Hello friends, welcome to my channel Truth and Belief. I have discussed in my last video on women's right in Sikhism. Today is my topic on women's right in Hinduism. Women's are the fundamental human rights that were enriched, enshrined by the United Nations for every human being on the planet nearly 17 years ago. These rights include the right of live free from violence, slavery and discriminations, to be educated, to own property, to vote, and to earn a fair and equal wage. On the ground of gender equality, here are 12 rights an Indian woman holds in India. Women have the right to equal pay. Women have the right to dignity and decency. Women have the right against workplace harassment. Women have right against domestic violence. Female sexual assault victims have the right to keep their identity anonymous. Women have the right to get free legal aid. Women have right not to be arrested at night. Women have the right to register virtual complaints. Women have the right against indecent representation. Women have the right against being stalked. Section 345D of the IPC makes way for legal actions to be taken against an offender if he or she follows a woman's tries to contact her to foster personal interactions repeatedly despite a clear indications of disinterest, or monitor the use by a woman of the internet, email, or any other form of electronic communications. Women have right to zero FIR. An FIR that can be filed at any police stations irrespective of the locations where the incidents occurred or a specific jurisdictions, it comes under the zero FIR, can later be moved to the police stations in whose jurisdictions the case falls under this ruling was passed by the Supreme Court to save the victims time and prevent an offender from getting away scot-free. According to Hindu website .com, the law books prohibit men from harassing or neglecting women in their households. It is man's obligatory duty to protect his wife and take care of her until the end. He is not expected to abandon her, since she is gift from God under a pledge aspect where this was sufficient justification such as mental illness, inability to bear children, and adultery. Similarly, he has an obligation to take care of his aged mother or his dependent daughter. On the other hand, as per tradition, a woman has limited freedom. She is dependent entity in household dominated by male member. As young child, she lives under the protections of her father or guardians. As a wife, she lives under the protections of her husband and acts as his partner, advisor, and helper. As mother, she nurtures her children and shapes their destiny. In some communities in the past, upon the death of their husbands, women performed sati and self-immolated themselves on the funeral pyres of their husband. This practice is currently banned. The hardships and suffering increased proportionately in case of younger widows. Premature death of man was attributed to his wife. If man died early, his close relations pointed their finger at his wife for bringing misfortunes upon the family. Adi Parva Mahabharata book verse 174, 50 to 51, translated by Matha Nath Dutt, page 108. No man, even in anger, should ever do anything that disagreeable to his wife. For happiness, joy, virtue, and everything depend on the wife. Wife is sacred soil in which the husband is born again. Even rishis cannot create man without woman. In chapter 47, as Yudhishthira seeks guidance on dharma from Bhishma, the Anushasana Parva compares the value of daughters to son as follows. The daughter, O king, has been ordained in the scriptures to be equal to the son. Will Durant, 1885 to 1991, American historian, says in his book A Story of Civilizations, women enjoyed far greater freedom in Vedic period than in later India. She had more to say in the choice of her mate than the form of marriage might suggest. Manu Smriti 9, 90 to 91. A woman can choose her own husband after attaining maturity. If her parents are unable to choose a deserving groom, she can herself choose her husband. Hindu women had equal status with men in many ways in the Vedic period, from about 500 BCE, when Upanayana, the rite of initiation, was open to them, women who were used to having the same privileges as men in verdict. Okay, my friends, I hope you find this video informative and useful. If you liked this video, then you can share it with other people and don't forget to press the like button. Thank you.